What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to analyze the tape of Kingsley Eguakun, who in my opinion has massive upside. The center out of Florida has shown so many flashes this week at the Senior Bowl practices. And when I look at this guy and I look at what he kind of showed us, I'm pretty sure this guy's going to be one of the top 3 or 4 centers taken in this class. And don't be surprised if he ends up being the second or third center right after Jackson Powers Johnson. So on this play, you're going to get a zone run to the right, which means the center has a reach block here on the one technique, and he has to get out in front of him and seal him off. And when you look at the center on this one, he does a really nice job getting out in front and reaching and getting the helmet on the correct side, and he's going to even flip the hips on this one. I mean, that's just a really nice job by a really good offensive lineman to be able to seal this off. Of course, you see the play doesn't work because the linebacker shoots the gap. In fact, it's backing this up. If you guys keep an eye on the left guard, he's going to actually get held by the 3 technique defensive tackle. The D tackle right there is going to hold on to 78, and 78's not going to be able to get off the blocks. There should theoretically be a penalty on that defensive lineman. But Eguakun does a really good job reaching on the one technique, flips the hips. I mean, that's just a beautiful block right there. Doesn't get better than that. But again, there's a ton of really good high quality reps. Let's just go ahead and get into the next snap. So one of the things that Kingsley does well is he plays with good leverage, a good base, and he's pretty strong. You definitely see that on tape. On this one here, you got a power run. The play picks up a pretty nice amount of yards, but Kingsley on this one has a back block on the 2-eye technique defensive tackle, which means he just has to kind of block him and hold his ground. He just has to make sure this guy's not able to get around him and ultimately get past him to the right side. And Kingsley's going to do a good job blocking in. He's going to hold his ground. And then you can see that you got the pulling guard with the 3 offensive linemen all kind of holding their ground. And the running back ends up picking up a nice amount of yards on this one. It's a pretty good job right there showing off that power. Let's get into the next snap. You got a really nice block here by Kingsley. He's going to do a great job on the zone run to the left. He's going to double climb up to the linebacker. And this play picks up 20-25 yards. And it works because of the block by Kingsley. To me, this is a really nice job. To be able to get out of his stance, he has a 3 technique he needs to get out to. So he has to fully get out there, make sure to get the hands on him, help the left guard push this guy out of there before he climbs back up, processes it up to the linebacker. And this is just a really good block right there, right? And it's a great job by the running back to be able to see it as well. Some running backs kind of just run straight and ultimately they'll get tackled by the linebacker. Number 40 does a great job allowing Kingsley to set up, make the block, and ultimately his play picks up a really nice amount of yards. It's a great block right there by the center. Now, Kingsley did take some reps at guard as well at the Senior Bowl, and here you're going to see him do a really nice job helping the right tackle. He's going to double down, and then he's going to clean it up, and the right tackle is going to ultimately lose. Just a really nice heads-up, powerful rep. I love exactly how he plays this. So because the center is going to the right here, Kingsley knows he has the help with number 63. So 63 is going to take that. Kingsley's going to get the left hand in there, and he's going to keep his head looking over here to the right. If the defensive end takes an inside move, in this case he does, Kingsley sees it and he cleans it up. It's a really nice rep right there by a very good offensive lineman. You got another really nice block here by Kingsley. He's going to double team on the 2-eye technique. He does a really nice job dipping, getting low, and really moving this defensive lineman out of there. I mean, look at this. Gets out of his stance, ducks down and kind of gets low and gets right into the defensive lineman. And look at the drive here. Look at the feet. Continuously move and really move this guy out of there. I mean, that's a really nice block right there by Kingsley. The guard does a good job releasing on the dual concept, ends up getting to the linebacker. But Kingsley, man, that's a really nice, powerful rep right there to be able to move the 2-eye out of there and create that lane for the running back. So it's a good job right there. Let's get into the next snap. You're going to get a really nice, powerful block by Kingsley once again. You're going to get a powder run here to the left, and part of this play working is Kingsley being able to hold the gap. This is a back block by Kingsley, so it's a pretty simple block, but do keep in mind he has to be able to hold his ground. As he makes contact with his defensive lineman, he has to be able to hold the ground, not get pushed back, or not allow the defensive lineman to scrape over the top. And within this play, he does a pretty good job holding his ground. And he does a good enough job where if the running back was able to cleanly bend this back to the inside right here, the lane's definitely there, right? But he's just not able to get in there, as you see. Pretty nice job. Let's get into the next snap. You're going to get a pretty nice block once again. He's going to set up in pass pro, and this time he's going to snatch down the nose tackle. He's going to put the guy into the ground. It's a pretty good job. You see the hands are going to land up high as he makes contact with the nose. They basically land right on the shoulder pads, and then look at him snatch the guy downwards right there. You see that the nose tackle gets off balance because the snatch by Kingsley. It's a pretty nice job. It's a winning rep in my opinion. That being stated, let's go ahead and get to the next snap. Alrighty guys, to wrap this video up, we're going to now look at day 3 of the Senior Bowl. So these are probably going to be the best snaps you'll get from Kingsley. You know, day 1 was obviously the first day. They're installing the offense. He doesn't really know the competition. You know, the speed of the game is going to change a little bit because a lot of these people are from different conferences and those type of things. But now Kingsley's day 3, right? So he's going to be more comfortable with the quarterback, the running back, the guys next to him. And you can start to see things kind of come together. You know, on this play, he's going to double team the 2-eye technique and look at the movement that they generate. Now, Kingsley does end up falling. He's going to end up getting stepped on. But regardless of him falling, look at kind of where they make contact relative to the hash mark with the 2-eye technique defensive lineman. And from the point where they make contact, look at how much they move this guy. Right, look at the movement right there that they're generating on this guy. They basically take him from about the left side of this hash mark to basically the other hash mark. To me, that's a really, really nice, powerful rep by Kingsley. Kingsley's going to do a pretty good job here staying in front of the 3-technique defensive tackle. The slides to the left. He does a pretty nice job just kind of sticking right in front of the defensive tackle here. You'll see the left guard's going to pass him off to Kingsley. Left guard's going to get off of that. And now Kingsley's in a one-on-one with this guy. And you can see the defensive tackle is going to try to swim. You're going to see him with the right hand right there. Pull, and then the left hand's going to come over the top. It doesn't really work. Kingsley does a good job just kind of readjusting the hands, recovering, getting the feet right back into place, and just kind of mirroring the defensive lineman. And he ultimately just ends up staying right in front of him. It's a pretty good rep right there by Kingsley. Let's go ahead and get into the next snap. We're going to get a zone run to the right. Kingsley has a reach block here on the 1-technique defensive tackle. And he's going to do a pretty good job sticking with the defensive tackle. And then ultimately putting him into the ground. That's a really good defensive tackle right there as well. You're going to see he has the reach block. Pretty good job. The D-tackle does do a good job fighting through it, not really allowing the reach. But Kingsley does a good job sticking with him. And the running back's able to clear this, and as the running back clears it, you see Kingsley stick with the block and ultimately put the defensive tackle onto the ground. To me, that's a pretty nice job right there. Let's go ahead and get to the next snap. Check this block out. Once again, Kingsley's going to show off the power to drive in those legs to really just move this defensive lineman out of there. And the running back picks up a really nice amount of yards, right? This is from the 6-yard line. And the running back's going to get down to the 1. So really nice job with the double team. And then just look at the leverage and the legs. Look at the drive right there. Look at the choppy feet here by Kingsley as he makes contact. You see him just continue to drive. And look at the lane kind of clear for the running back right there. It's a really nice job by Kingsley. And you see the running back gets down to about the 1-yard line. It's a pretty nice job right there. Let's get into the next snap. Alrighty guys, the final snap here. Kingsley does a pretty good job. In my opinion, I think Kingsley's going to end up being one of the top 3 or 4 centers taken in the 2024 NFL draft. Obviously, I think at this point, most people agree that Powers Johnson's the best center in this class. Honestly, I think you can make the argument Kingsley and Van Pran and some of these other guys are all probably right about at the same range. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing. We will be covering Kingsley over the course of his rookie season and as he kind of continues into the NFL. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time with another video.